tell me anything that's new. I just wanna go out on a walk with you. I just wanna see your shadow next to mine.
Good afternoon, welcome to the vlog. It is Monday. We are still in Newlyn and I'm still vlogging the renovations, but this week I thought I would vlog just a week living here by the sea because it's been amazing living here actually. Part of me being here, I'm just like, oh, how amazing would it be if you actually lived right next to the sea? Because our actual house is more in the countryside. And if you didn't check out the latest vlog, then basically we've moved into the cottage that we're renovating. This is a second property that is going to be a holiday home. Because of having little one, we decided that we would move in here so that we could get on with the final bits of renovating. Hopefully Alex will be home in a second and I can make some yummy lunch because I'm really hungry and I fancy like some chickpeas and rice and that kind of thing. So if you've watched the renovation vlog, you know that we're working on the kitchen and I've sanded this work surface. So cooking is a bit of a struggle. However, this is what I'm making. Maybe this is interesting for those of you who have like very little space or who want quick meals, because this is exactly what I would make, but it's still healthy. So we have rice, and then in here I have got a big tin of Bold Bean Company chickpeas, which I've poured in with the sauce, like with the liquid that comes in the jar. Some broccoli, tender stem broccoli is way easier to chop. You don't have to like chop up, I mean that's being very, I'm picking at hairs here, but actually it is easier to just make food with tender stem broccoli. I put a chilli and some curry sauce, and then I'm going to chuck some spinach in. Those are very easy vegetables. And then I'm going to have it with a side of a bit of coconut yogurt and an avocado and lemon juice, and it'll be really, really yummy. And it's very, very healthy, easy, doesn't really require any thought. I also have some coriander, which I can chop and put in there. You like the filler in the foreground and the drill. Like, this is literally how I need to clean this mess up because this is actually insane. Because currently we have breast pumps, scrapers and drills all in the same vicinity as where I'm friggin' dishing up my food. This is craziness. I need to, but you know, finding the time to actually organise this. You tend to just want to get on. We would have just made a sandwich, but we've run out of bread. So rice and beans it is. Which actually probably will keep us going for longer. And there you have my gourmet lunch featuring drill and sandpaper. But actually this looks delicious. Taste test. I'm eating this with a spoon because I can't find a fork.
Oh, I got some forks in the car.
Mmm. Delicious. This vlog, I'm definitely going to be using my phone a lot more because times like now, I've come upstairs with little one because it's time for her nap, and I've left the camera downstairs, and I'm not going downstairs to get it because I can't. I get a bit freaked out walking downstairs with her in the carrier. She naps really well in this, and I know there are lots of different ways to parent, and I'm not in the business on the internet of sharing or debating that, because I think that every parent should do what feels good for them. Is having her in the carrier and having her close and having lots of contact naps and naps with her next to me in the bed because she's so little. So usually at least one nap of the day will be a nap in her carrier, whether that's a little outdoor walk or at home like this, because she just gets to sleep really well and she'll stay asleep for a really long time. If I put her in a cot, her nap will be like 20 minutes, half an hour, and she'll wake up. And to either have her in the carrier and do stuff around the house, go for a walk, or have her, like I plan on having her in the carrier now for like maybe 15 minutes, and then I'll sit down and take it off and have her contact napping me and just do some work on my laptop. And that works really well. And I really love this phase. I actually just saw a cute little Instagram about babies always wanting to be on you to go to sleep, and showing all the animals in nature that do that and how natural that is. So if you're a new mum and you're feeling frustrated that your baby's always on you and napping on you, that's totally normal. It's a natural thing that they want to be on you because they were in you for so long. And I love it. I know this won't go on for very long, so someday she won't want to be hanging around with me when she's a teenager and all moody, so I'm gonna love all these cuddles. This carrier, this Ergo Baby carrier, we've used for a long time now and it's great. Really comfortable, I love it. Now I have to do the gymnastics of taking this carrier off without waking her up. I would have breastfed her to sleep, but she has a cold at the minute and she's not feeding as much. So in her like wake window at the end, she doesn't want any food, she just gets upset. So I have to sort of come up with different options to make her fall asleep. She's not feeding as much at the minute, but she is fast asleep. And look at all her hair, it's growing back. So little bub is fast asleep. And this is mainly how I work now. If she falls asleep on me, then I can get on my laptop and do admin. And on a Monday, that's what I like to focus on. I get ahead of the week because I'm still running a business and there's admin that I don't really share on here. I feel like sometimes the problem with when you're a content creator or an influencer is that obviously when you're sharing content, it's you doing nice things. So it's me cooking or going out and about or sharing something specific that it kind of creates an image that that's all you do, when there's actually quite a lot of admin, like there would be for any company, that you have to do behind the scenes that takes up a significant amount of time. So there's stuff like just accounting things, content planning, so calendars and that sort of stuff, communicating with your manager and brands, and then also my website, because I have a website with lots of recipes and blog posts, which if you didn't know that already, you can sign up to my newsletter. I update you on all the content on there. So that's like behind the scenes stuff that doesn't even take into consideration filming and editing. And that's the case with any company really. There's always things behind the scenes that don't like show up. But I feel like people miss it with content creators. They just assume that you just film a video and upload it and that's kind of the end of it, which maybe it used to be back in the day when I first started. I do have to sort of make sure I get on top of things at the start of the week, and it is definitely an adjustment for me because I used to spend so much time on my laptop and so much time working, like planning my day and getting a lot done on my computer, whereas now I don't have the time to do that, obviously, because I'm looking after her. But I'm going to continue doing this. It's quite satisfying actually getting this done, and I love doing this on a Monday because it just makes me feel like not stressed for the rest of the week because I know all the important bits have been taken care of. Good morning, vlogging on the phone again because the camera's downstairs. I need to just bring it up here, to be honest. This morning has been very difficult. Last night was very difficult. I don't remember when I last vlogged. I'm having this sort of internal struggle of I want to film content for you that isn't baby related because I know some of you it's not of interest to you because you subscribe to me for food, for renovations. But the issue is my day-to-day, when I start a vlog and I'm like, okay, I'm going to make this a bit more balanced. I'm going to sort of talk about mum life, but also share just what I'm up to. The issue is because I have a newborn and I'm breastfeeding, that is my life, is my baby. There is so little space for anything else. My life is literally baby and work. I don't know what, you wouldn't have a vlog. So I'm in a bit of a dilemma. And this morning and last night was so difficult. That's why I didn't vlog, because there was a lot going on. She just would not go to sleep. She's obviously got this cold and she was crying and crying, very colicky. And I don't know if this is related to the cold or if it's some kind of sleep regression or if it's just colic. And this morning, she just has not been happy. She just wasn't happy really in her gym. She's usually super happy and playful and like making lots of noises. So she wasn't happy in her gym. And then, yeah, she just was crying when I was getting her dressed. And so Alex has taken her out in the carrier with Roxy. So hopefully she gets a nice sleep. But I'm like in two minds of like, is this normal? Should I ring the doctor? He's just gone out and I'm like, I should shower now. But I'm just exhausted because I've done the night shift and because we're sleeping separately so that I can look after Elowen through the night so Alex can be a bit more on it in the daytime. But I'm just exhausted. I just want to lie here and go to sleep. I don't want to get in the shower right now. I don't want to do anything. I want to actually pack up and go home. That's my honest feeling. I want to pack up and go home because it's so disorganized, like going into that kitchen in the morning where there's no space to like make food and it's just chaos. It adds to the chaos of having a newborn. At least at home, I would have the organisation of my stuff being where it belongs and having her nursery with her things. But like, I'm literally lying on a bed full of laundry because there's nowhere else to put it. And in the hallway, there's laundry. And yeah, let's play the world's smallest violin, because I understand, as I say all this, again, with the internet, you have to caveat everything, which I really resent, because I'm sure most sensible people can understand that this is a normal complaint. And I'm fully aware there are millions of people who have it worse off than me. Yeah, I'm not saying any of this to complain as if I have a hard life. I don't at all. I have a beautiful life and I'm so grateful. But with the internet, you do have to caveat these things because people don't have common sense that we are multidimensional humans who can have a hard time with normal life stuff, but also understand that your life is brilliant and beautiful and you are the luckiest person in the world, because I can feel both those things at the same time. But yeah, it is a lot. I'm very, 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 very grateful, and the situation I'm in is incredible. To be renovating a second property, like the dream, but it is a challenge with a newborn. I just kind of want to go home. I think that what I need to do is when Alex gets back, is we need to like have a sit down conversation. That's the thing as well. You can't really like talk to each other. You can't like discuss stuff. You can't be like, oh, what plan should we have to make this a bit easier for us? Because you're always looking after her. Hopefully she'll still be asleep and we can have a little chat about what we're going to do, because I'm not 100% sure that being here is helping. I'm sure lots of people who have a similar setup where you work for yourself, it is a juggle. It is a juggle. So I think we're going to have to go back to the drawing board, because I don't think it's working at all at the moment. And as much as I love being here by the sea, I wish I could just be here and enjoy it. As I do love it, but it is a lot. It is a lot. Okay, so I've done my hair, put it in a French plait. French plaits save the day so much, because it gets it all out of your hair, out of your face. And I'm desperate for a haircut. I'm getting a haircut tomorrow. And I actually did decide I'm going to dye my hair, because you can't really see in this lighting on camera as much in real life, because it looks like I've just got all one colour dark hair. It's kind of like I've got greys and my natural hair colour up until like here, where it's grown out in the last however many months that I haven't dyed my hair. And then the rest of my hair is going very red toned, because of the old dye in my hair going red from the sun. And obviously in the summer, it made it very warm. So I just want to have all one hair colour again, dark hair like I'm used to. And then maybe in years to come, I'll embrace the greys. Like lots of you encouraged me to, which I think grey hair is beautiful, but it's just, I would have to commit to probably going to a grey hair specialist, or going somewhere, I can also speak to my hairdressers, doing the whole kind of, I don't know, then maybe low lighting my hair with some greys. I have no idea how other people do it, or probably, to be honest, is I'd have to commit to it one day and just cut my hair short so that the difference in two tones is not so severe. Because when my hair's this long, I have like this much of kind of warm brown, dark hair, and then cool toned brown hair with greys. It just looks strange. Yeah, I'll do it one day. When I want to cut my hair, I think if I have an urge to do a bob, that's when I'll embrace the greys, because why the hell not? But I kind of just want the long dark hair, and I might do a fringe. Because this sometimes, I don't know, maybe I'll regret that as a new mum, having to style my fringe. Breakfast from a few hours ago. It has just started to pour with rain. I just decided to go into town because Alex is going to crack on in the kitchen, and I thought I'll go into town, go charity shopping, see if there's any bits I can get for the cottage and get out of the house so that he has like space in his head to get on, because I think that's the issue, is that we're too reliant on one another, and we end up just parenting together when he needs to get on and I need to get on when I'm working, and vice versa. So hopefully we can have a nice little browse and it will get her to go to sleep in the pram. And I really do fancy a nice little coffee and maybe a sweet treat from somewhere. And Penzance has some incredible vintage and charity shops. So hopefully by the time I get there, the rain has stopped, because this was not on the forecast. So successful in the first little shop, which is my favourite one in Penzance. It's the one next to Wetherspoons, because it's so affordable, and I managed to get a mirror, a coat rack and some plates. And also we're going to go back because there is a potential coffee table, which is like a blanket chest box. Faded Vintage is such a gorgeous shop as well. I just went into there. I couldn't go downstairs because of the pram, but yeah, we'll go back for the blanket chest box probably tomorrow, and I'm going to go collect the bits on the way back. So I've got the pram, I left them in the shop. Wish I could just buy everything in antique shops. I just love them so much. That's my dream one day, is to own like an antique vintage shop, because they're just so much fun. So we're back at the car and I'm feeding Elowen because she is definitely due a feed. And I was going to go home, but then I was thinking about it and I was thinking, why do I like breastfeeding in the car? Why do I do this sometimes? And I think it's because it means I'm doing nothing. Because often at home when I feed her, I feel like I should be, I don't know, editing something on my computer, answering some emails, editing on my phone. Something about being in the car, it's just like I just get to sort of sit here and relax and do nothing, which I wish I had done more of, to be honest. I think it's one of the feelings I'm getting as time passes, how much I'm doing all the time. And I don't know, all that stuff I spoke to you about this morning, like how intense it is being in Newlyn. I'm just having thoughts. I'm having thoughts, to be honest, that I need to speak to Alex about. But then is this beneficial, us working in this way, being in Newlyn, not just being able to embrace and enjoy the newness of her? I just don't know. Good morning, it's bright and early and we've come back into Penzance so that we can look at that chest that I mentioned or showed you yesterday, and Alex is joining. Confused how we're going to get it to the car, but we're going to attempt.
Maybe
especially because there's a pram in the boot. We should have gone with the pram.
Or we could have put it in the pram.
Very funny.
That's an idea.
Are you joking? It's huge.
You make me some of the measurements and it didn't seem that
It's not, it won't go in the pram, Alex. But it's quite nice coming into town when it's this early and the road's closed, so it's really quiet.
Yeah, I've never been in Penzance this quiet.
But we might go into a few charity shops and shops together because I have more manpower for someone to hold.
Maybe get breakfast in Wetherspoons.
Shush. I might
Actually,
want to go
that's
into
closed as well.
Raven and Wren.
Watch out. This place you want to
This
go.
place, yeah, look, they've got lovely cushions and rugs. They have these quilts, which lots of you ask me about from our house, and if you just look up Indian block print quilt, but they also sell them here. Look at all this furniture. Lovely dressing tables. What?
It's a mini washing machine.
Okay, so here's the chest in question. What do you think?
Like this. Put this over our bed.
Yes.
That's nice.
We'll take those off maybe so you can see it better. Take the signs off.
Yeah.
We are such risk takers because look how that just fits. Imagine if it didn't.
Yeah.
Like, we did not even think of that. But look how gorgeous this is. Alex was a bit unsure, but we managed to get it for £105.
Just like...
And there's a few bits inside we've got as well I can show you. Yeah, you can stand that.
I don't want to have to do that.
When I was younger, I was so used to my mum vintage and antique shopping. So she would always buy stuff secondhand. And Alex is not really used to it. So whenever I sort of suggest stuff, he's always a bit dubious and doesn't trust me. And then when we actually put it in place, he is then like, okay, yeah, I get you. Vintage and antique shopping does require confidence, and I have confidence that the things I get are right, whereas you're not always sure. I think that's the case for loads of people though, where they're a bit like, oh, I don't know. I don't know.
You just have to trust
Me?
you and not overthink it.
I just know my furniture. Alex has left our nappy bag in the shop. Look at this building. Penzance is so quirky. The Egyptian house.
At the table.
Retrieved. I kind of meant more like these sorts of books that people would actually read.
It's a kid's book.
Okay, yeah, that's cute, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Look at Alex in his smart new jacket. Such a good buy. Look at all the lovely rugs.
Oh, that's a good seat.
Wow. And then here's the quilts. Ooh. we are home, and I thought I'd show you the cute things we got whilst baby is happily bouncing in her bouncer. She's loving the bouncer at the minute, it's so cute. I put her in her gym and she was like unhappy, and I put her in here. She starts laughing, she loves it. So this is a gorgeous mirror with like folk art painted on it. Alex was unsure of it, but I think it's so pretty and so cute. In fact, this is the sort of thing that I want to start doing myself, like buying vintage furniture and painting it. Or like I've seen people who paint like doors or wardrobe doors. I think in the future what I'd love to do in our dressing room is upcycle the IKEA wardrobes that are in there with some different doors and like paint them or something like that, because it'd be so cute. But this will either go in the hallway here or on the landing, depending if we're going to get like a larger mirror, because we did also see a larger mirror today that we were kind of considering to put above here. So it's not always nice to have a mirror like as you leave the house, so you can kind of check your outfit, your hair, that kind of stuff. So it's whether we want to go for a one like this, which is fine because you can just look at yourself, or you want to get like a bigger one so you can see more of you. And also in a room like this, having a large mirror is quite nice because it opens the space up. The next thing we got is this lovely coat hook rack. I was looking at these online and they were very expensive for things that I think will be a little bit flimsy. So this is very sturdy and these are really, really heavy metal. So that's really, really cool. And I love that it's wood and that it's colourful rather than just a plain sort of coat hook. I kind of want stuff in this house to feel a bit more fun. And then this is so cute. We've got her a pumpkin outfit from the charity shop. Hey! Which is 6 to 9 months, but I just can't. In fact, I'm taking her to a pumpkin patch and I'm going to put her in this on Friday. So she can wear it for that, and then she can also wear it for actual Halloween. And I can get some really cute pictures. And then we've got lots of books for the rooms. So we've got a whole set of Roald Dahl. These were all £1 each. And I've been looking for like a set of children's books that can sit on the mantelpiece. Be useful for when people stay, obviously if they've got children, they can read to them, or the children can read these books. But we've got all the classics like the BFG, The Witches, Fantastic Mr. Fox, James and the Giant Peach. Just such a lovely collection, and they're all in really good condition. Look at all the artwork. Just such a lovely set, and I love how colourful they are, and that will look really nice on the shelf. Then we've got a game of Articulate, because we need to stock up on games for the cottage. That can go in the new chest we bought. Then I got some books from one of the charity shops that had such great books. I have this at home. This is Girl, Woman, Other. We've got Marianne Keyes Grown Ups, because I know people love her books. I haven't read this. Where the Crawdads Sing, I have read that, and that's good. And then Dr. Zhivago, I read this when I was younger, I think. Just some like nice novels that if you are someone who likes to read and you like read fast, then they can sit in the cupboard and we can build up that collection of books. And then this book I loved when I was little, and I said to Alex he needs to read it, but I think it can live here. It's The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime. Such a great book, and I think he will absolutely love this, especially because some of the stuff in here reminds me of Alex. This very cute Mark Twain kids book, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, which also can go in the kids' room. I want to also get like a basket of some toys so that when people visit, there's some fun toys, like new toys that their children can use. Obviously, sometimes that room won't be used by children, it'll be used by adults, but it's nice to have the option because they obviously are bunk beds. And then we've got another little wooden toy, which is nice and stackable. And then 2 little comic books, little Spider-Man comic books, which is very cute. And that's everything that we got from... Oh no, we also got some plates. Let me show you the plates. So these, I'm debating whether I should take them home and have them for myself or leave them here, because look how gorgeous. They're hand painted and they're all matching. The back it says Allerton's Limited England. Allerton's? But they're so, so beautiful. I feel like they could work here if I stacked them on the shelf, like almost like wall decoration. But they're so pretty. I think she's getting a bit fed up now though, so I'll attend to my baby, and we're actually going to go home now because she's got her immunizations and I'm actually terrified. And my hair appointment got cancelled. That was what I was doing today, but she's ill. She's got a chest infection, so I've rescheduled that. Hello. And I'll show you the chest once we put it in place. Twist around. Huh? Twist around, you go that way. Here is the chest. We need to finesse and decide on location, and this rug is being swapped because it's too small, but yeah.
We said yes to the chest, and there's goodies inside. Watch out, baby.
Don't do that. Yes, for the bathroom.
I don't think it's particularly antique, but I like the...
It's cool.
It's fun.
And then this I thought could go in the kids' room somewhere, either on the hearth. There's a little train!
It's just like a little handmade dealie.
So cute. And then here's a few little prints which I'm going to frame and put probably in the bathroom or in the landing. They do 3 for £5. I could probably get more and do them in more places. And then they sell really affordable old books for £2. This is Tender as the Night and Villette. I haven't read either of these and I just love the covers. They're really, really pretty books. Look! What the hell? What kind of cars are they?
Really slow ones, out of the way.
They're so cute!
You can smell the fuel.
Can you? Look at the Cornish flag on the back. Look at the old number plate. I wish they made cars as safe as they are, but made them look like this, because how much prettier are they?
This size would be nice.
Because just like cars nowadays are so boring. I wish they looked like this, but we're safe.
Even got a spare tyre.
Oh yeah, you can smell it. Look how cute.
Don't get that anymore.
Okay, so we're at home. That was complete chaos. So we get to the doctor's a little bit late. We go in, have her immunisations. She was actually amazing. I tried to breastfeed her in there, but she was doing that thing where she didn't want to breastfeed and she was just crying. First of all, they did like an oral one, which was totally fine. She actually loved that. She was like licking it up and like smiling and happy because it's sugary. And then the actual injections were really fast. So if you're waiting to have your 8-week immunisations for your little one, it was over like literally so quickly. I was like, oh, you're done. She like screamed and got upset obviously, and then that made me immediately cry, because just seeing her cry like that makes me cry. But yeah, the nurse was lovely and she had a rattle, and I put Elowen on my shoulder and she calmed down like straight away. So it was actually much better than I expected. I thought she would just cry and not be able to calm down, but she was able to calm down. But then we just riled her right back up again, because we went outside and it was pouring with rain and she accidentally got wet because Alex was trying to find the car key and we couldn't open the car quick enough. Got in the car, and then I got the bottle of milk that I'd pumped already to give to her, and it wasn't screwed on properly, so it went all over her and she started crying, and I was like, oh my god, what's wrong? She doesn't want the bottle. Oh yeah, because I tried to breastfeed her basically when I got in the car first to see if she would, and she wouldn't, so I was like, okay, I'll do the bottle then. Poured it all over her, so she started screaming and also then was shivering because it's obviously going all over and making her wet. So then I had to strip her down while she was crying her eyes out, and I felt so awful that I started crying, because I was like, on top of your immunisations, I've now spilt milk all over you and I feel awful about it, and now you're freezing cold getting changed in the car park. Got her dressed eventually and put a dummy on her, and she calmed down a bit, put her in her car seat, and then we were like, okay, let's give her the Calpol, let's do it straight away so it can settle in. And I go to push it out and it just comes out really quickly because I've never used it before, and the syringe had really high pressure, so it just all came out all in one go. And then she started crying, was like spluttering, and it kind of went everywhere. And then I was like, oh my gosh, what is wrong with me? Why did I do that? I think I was like obviously in a very stressed out state of mind, so I was rushing. And then we drive home. She's still upset in the car, come inside, and she won't stop crying. And I'm trying to charge the pump batteries because the pumps wouldn't work for some reason. I was like, okay, so that bottle is done, so let's try and pump. One of them, I think the fittings weren't put properly, and the other one wasn't charged. So I came home, was trying to charge one whilst pumping with the other, and then charging and swapping them out. And finally I got enough milk to fill a bottle and give her a bottle and calmed her down, and she fed from the bottle, and then she wanted to breastfeed, because that does sometimes happen where she'll feed from the bottle and then she'll realise, oh, actually I do want to breastfeed, and now she's fast asleep, and hopefully she can have a nice contact nap with me now and stay asleep and rest after that, because oh my goodness, it was like, so I felt so guilty because I was just thinking, you've already had a hard time having these injections, which is no fun when you're this little, and I've made it all worse by being clumsy. And just the chaos of not having everything ready and the pumps not being properly charged. And yeah, when we got home, it was like just trying to feed Roxy and say hello to Zeus. Zeus is okay, by the way. Lots of people were like, where's Zeus? Zeus is fine. He's being looked after by my family whilst we were away. But we wanted to say obviously hello to Zeus, and like, oh, it was just such a classic, I think, like parenting moment where everything just kept on going wrong. And I was like, there can't be another thing that goes wrong. And it makes me feel guilty because obviously her needs need to be met, and they weren't because of my mistakes and my clumsiness. And I feel so bad, but she looks so peaceful now, so I'm glad that she's asleep, and hopefully she can have a nice long sleep, and we'll go back once she's woken up. Good morning. I'm putting on a new carrier today. This is a brand called Osher or Oscar. It's kind of like a blend between a sling and a carrier. I love the design. They had so many cute designs. It's a Scottish brand and it's very comfortable. We have the Ergo Baby carrier and we also have a free rider sling. So I've had like a variety of different options. The Ergo Baby is a bit more like, I don't know, adventure Ergo Baby, like it's breathable. It's like a proper carrier. This is like a blend between a sling and a carrier because at the back it's got the sort of buckles. But then this is very much like a sling and how she feels on me. And it's very cozy and very comfortable. And I guess the benefit is with a sling, it's a bit of a faff sometimes tying it up and you have to really get used to that. Whereas this is kind of already done for you because it's kind of got those buckles like a carrier does. I think she might need to be a little bit higher next time because she's a bit buried in there. And I do get worried about breathing, but I'm sure it's fine. Legs are poking out. I know again, people say you shouldn't have them in pyjamas because of their feet, but I'm just at home, just getting her to sleep. And I'm obviously making sure she's breathing and that her feet aren't cut off or anything. Feet cut off, you know what I mean, the circulation. I managed to actually wash my hair and style it today for the first time in so long. I missed my hair appointment this week because my hairdresser was not feeling very well. Now maybe you can give me feedback on what you think I should do because I've got it delayed a week. So I'm thinking I need to cut the ends off. They're so dry. They grew a lot in pregnancy. My hair did. And I've got this whole like extra length of my hair, but it's lots of just dead ends. So I think cut it off like this to make it really fresh, like a good amount, because this is very dry. I can literally feel it when it's drying. It dries first because it's so dead. And then I'm thinking of getting a fringe because I've had this kind of like long or one length for a while. I used to have a fringe for like a decade when I was a teenager into my 20s. And I think it does suit my face shape because it accentuates the kind of more heart-shaped. I'm like oval / heart-shaped. It kind of accentuates your cheekbones. And I don't have the strongest jawline, so I feel like a fringe like softens that and makes my, I don't know, I just think it'd be a nice change. This is like lovely, but I've had this sort of hairstyle for a while where I've just had like long hair with layers. And I'm gonna dye my hair because the grey growing out it's gonna take too long. Let me know if you think I should get a fringe. I think I should. I think it'd be fun. Though I know lots of you will be like, don't do it because you're a mum and it'll be a faff. Today, I'm going to get a bit of work done. It's not the nicest weather. I do want to get out for a walk though, later. It feels like it's the end of the week already. Tomorrow I'm going to a pumpkin patch with my sister, so that'll be cute. Okay, so the proof is in the pudding because she actually slept in the carrier for like close to 3 hours. I've just taken her out and she's stretching. I thought she might fall asleep still, but she's just looking at me like, she's like side-eyeing me. She's probably going to wake up to feed. She's so cute. Breastfeeding time. We're out on a very chilly walk and can you please show the outfit? The first time, no, under your coat. First time using this. This is a gift, wasn't it? From your dad and brother. And she is fast asleep. Don't know if you can. We were just filming on the beach with Roxy because I had a brand deal with Pets at Home, which was, I mean, it's the cutest brand deal ever to be filming with Roxy. So if you see that, go give it some support and love. She was loving it. Look how adorable this harness is and this lead. She looks so pretty. It complements her fur and it matches my outfit. We're just little twins. I was going to say, I got this lovely fluffy jacket the other day in a charity shop. I have this feeling that I like filmed it, but I don't think I did. It was only £7 and it's so cozy and warm and I love the colour. I'm trying to embrace bright colours a bit more because I know that they actually are complementary for my skin tone, and this is going to be so good for dog walking. She's fast asleep, so no cute pictures today. You're so sleepy. I had a pumpkin outfit I was going to put her in, but I don't want to disturb her slumber. So we just came to Travascus, which if you live in this area, they have a pumpkin patch, which is a great photo opportunity. Unfortunately, she was in the carrier and I just couldn't bring myself to wake her up, though she is now awake, so I'm a bit like, I could have just woken her up. But I did buy a pumpkin and I have got a pumpkin outfit, so I'm going back to my parents' house now, and I thought that I could probably try and get a picture of her there next to the pumpkins somewhere. Maybe I could put the pumpkins outside and get a cute picture, because I also couldn't deal with taking the carrier off, putting her in the outfit, putting her back in again. Yes, hello. Yes. So I'm gonna go back to my parents now with my sister and nieces. Maybe we'll paint the pumpkins, because I know my mum has a lot of crafts, so we could paint them. I did suggest that to Charlie and she said that's quite a good idea, so I think B will do that and I can do that maybe, if she is okay. She seems to be quite happy. Good evening. I'm ending the vlog in bed. Put my hoodie on for the first time this season. I was so cold. So I went to my family's house. We had a lovely afternoon. Eloise was a little bit upset in the car ride home. We gave her a bath and I just got her to sleep. She fed for so long. I think she was very cold and just tired. She's fast asleep now, and we had a takeaway because the kitchen is still out of action. I forgot to show you, it was a delicious Thai takeaway. I'm watching Celebrity Traitors on my laptop. Alex is eating food downstairs because little one is taking up space next to me. That's a sad thing, as we often have to do things separately. I hope you enjoyed this little weekly vlog. Gonna have a nice weekend, hopefully getting some more renovations done and maybe finding some time to relax. I'm going to finish the Traitors and hopefully have a really nice restful night's sleep. And I think she's gonna sleep for a while. She fed for 45 minutes. Did I say that already? Could not believe it. Anyway, I'll see you in the next vlog. Good night.